Well, we can jump into it. As a quick recap, I don't know how many people remember what happened last session. Do you guys want to enlighten me, or did you want me to give you a quick recap?
Wasn't there a big naval-ish battle, but the dragons sort of just annihilated every boat, and then Princess Kunai, she has the war pick and is able to control the dragons, and is now going to start a revolution to free all the kingdoms, essentially, more or less. Or her first thing is to overthrow her own father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of chaos.
And as I recall, so we were on the center ship, and we fought the master wizard Trent from the Dwendalian Empire.
Yeah.
And I think we almost killed him, but then he ran away.
His apprentice helped him get away.
Yeah, his apprentice helped him. And then the Dwendalian king and Kryn Queen were thrown in jail. And then we were off to find the shipwrecked party, the other party we were in contact with, who are near Rumblecusp. That's about as much as I've got.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I've got a couple of notes about Ivantika and Orly, and a conch. There was a conch where Orly takes over the ship, the Squall Eater, and then who was it that Ivantika puts ear to conch and disappears?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And he becomes the captain.
He's the captain now, and she is missing. So yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think I had it framed where you guys arrive at this naval scene, kind of wondering which side you guys are going to pick.
And we were looking for the other group.
And then you pick the side of evil. Just kidding.
Oh no! Not again.
So you guys are sailing off towards Rumblecusp, and more or less over the last week and a half, as you're traveling west towards the island, in search of the other party, which you've known to have fallen into the sea based on a sending spell that you figured out that you knew they were heading in that direction, at the very least. As you took the Kryn flagship, because I think Avantika or Orly took his ship and headed back to Nicodranus, you parlayed your way into acquiring the Kryn ship, and then Kunai took the Dwendalian flagship back. With that, we'll pick it up there as you guys are. Well, I guess we'll pick it up with as you guys are traveling. Rollo decided to raid the stores on the ship because you have some time and figure to explore. You know what? I want you guys to each roll me a d20, and I'm going to use your collective score to see how much you get from the ship.
Oh boy.
D20, you said, Eric?
Yeah. Just a straight d20.
All right.
20.
I got
Nat 20.
10 from Rodri, or from EO, so 30.
9.
39. And then
I said 6.
45? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the one big thing that you find on this ship is of particular interest of Fizz. Rollo would have found this large metallic, almost looks like a ballast, or not a ballast, a side port cannon, like the ones that you've seen on the other pirate ships, except this one seems to be infused with what looks like blue energy, kind of humming, really faint glow. And it looks fairly large, fairly heavy, and it's replacing one of the frontal cannons to the ship. As you've kind of taken your time to explore and figure it out, you've determined it's an arcane cannon that you have on board. It can be moved, although it'd be difficult to just carry. Like if you're just gonna walk, you can't walk out with it. It's pretty big. Like we're talking like 500 pounds.
Okay.
But it is an arcane cannon, and it can do some really cool things depending on if you attune to it. 45, right? You guys find a chest filled of cloaks. These cloaks are dark black with silver strands kind of flickering through. So as the cloak sways, you can see like the reflection of the silver. They're called piwafwis. Piwafwi. They are magical cloaks, and you found 5 of them. More or less, if you're wearing the cloak with the hood up, it's hard for people to see you. And it's almost like a camouflage type cloak that'll shift and sway with colors as you move through.
Would we have to unequip armor to wear the cloak, or can we wear the cloak as well?
You can wear the cloak over armor. However, if you want to gain its benefits, it's an attunement.
Oh, okay.
You look up Piwafwi, you should be able to find it on D&D Beyond. You're not going to get everything, but you do find a large pearl that's kind of been in the center mass. This one wasn't hidden very well. A large black pearl, fairly heavy, cumbersome to hold. So if you are carrying it, you're gonna have to find some way to put it in. But it is called a Nightfall Pearl. You would gather at the combat, if you recall, the sky darkened as part of that fight. If you are able to understand how to use this pearl, it may give you the benefits to control basically daylight in the sky. And then lastly, you find a little bit of dust, little powdered dust in a bag, maybe no bigger than that. Not sure what it is, but it seems magical. The rest of it you find mostly just your standard food stores. There's about 1,000 gold pieces on board. Split that up. I think Roll will probably. And mostly just equipment, non-magical swords, arrows, javelins, any kind of weaponry you'd expect. However, a lot of it's made with zirkwood, which is a dark wood. If you're into like that kind of style, like a really black zebra wood type coloring. As well as the blades. They are made very fine metal, and it's almost like an onyx or a dark blade. As you recall, the Kryn are a race of drow, so there's a lot of drow-like material.
Okay.
A lot of mushrooms on board.
What kind of mushroom?
Nice. It's going to be a good trip.
Gonna pass by real fast.
So that's where the 45 gets you. There's some good stuff at higher breakpoints, but I think that's not too bad.
So is the arcane cannon like an item in D&D Beyond, or?
Yeah. If you want to find it, go for it.
Okay.
It's pretty freaking sweet.
Oh yeah, arcane cannon. There we go.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So take your time. Don't worry. Basically, it takes 5 minutes to recharge. So if you're gonna fire it, you're gonna get one shot, one opportunity.
Don't miss.
Yeah.
And right now, it's been set up on the ship. So if you want to move it, it's gonna be pretty heavy to move, unless you like do something to be able to make it transportable. But
If only there was a way to just attach it to my turret.
you could try. You can work on that. That could be a little project.
I would like to try.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. All right. Okay. So over the week, you're kind of trying to figure out how to prop this up. Give me a tinkering check I'm gonna give you a little skill challenge here. Give me a tinkering check to
Okay.
see if you can figure out how to set up your turret to be able to take on this cannon.
Okay. Wait. Tinkering isn't its own skill, though.
Yeah.
Is it?
So you would use intelligence plus your proficiency.
So intelligence plus proficiency. Okay. It's not the best. 14.
Okay. All right. So the first step is trying to find this. You're able to figure out you could lodge this on, but because of the weight of this cannon and the size of your turret, it may impact or reduce the ability for your turret to function well with this thing strapped on. So you can probably find a spot to get it mounted. It's going to compromise some of the grasping mechanisms, some of the mechanics of your turret, but you see you can do it. I want you to give me an Arcana check
Okay.
to see if you can somehow fine-tune the turret's arcane energy into at least having like basically the two can talk to each other to make them
Okay.
magically connect.
And I need a new dice. That was 16 though.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a 16 would work. As you it's not too bad because you're very in tune with your turret in terms of giving it commands. You can kind of hot wire a remote controller. The way you control your turret can control to that. The last check to see if you can get this on is going to be a strength check to see if you can physically mount this thing onto the turret.
Any of us help him with the mounting?
If you guys want to.
Yeah, I'll take whatever help I can get.
Yeah, like I'm not the strongest, but I'm sure help is better than no help.
Yeah, my strength's
Yeah.
decent for sure.
So who,
Yeah, I mean,
who's
I
going to help
technically
you?
have.
Oda, we need your
So I want
over here.
I want one
Yeah.
person doing the roll, and if there's somebody else helping, you can give them advantage.
All right, I can lift the cannon.
All right.
You give me
Yeah,
an
so I'll have Oda help me.
all
All
right.
right, what do you want me to roll?
Athletics check, and who's helping you?
I will.
Oh, wait,
I got
I thought it was
+6
strength.
to-
Well, athletics is you can. If you're proficient in athletics,
Oh,
which
yeah.
Oda is, and then EO is kind of just like foreman in the back, telling him to lift with his legs. And
Also,
Live with
gust
your
of wind
legs.
every now and then to help out.
I want you to give me a athletics check with advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Both of us?
Didn't help either way. 11.
11. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay, yeah, you can lift this thing on, but if this cannon goes onto your turret, it's going to damage the turret's ability to fire.
Okay. So basically, instead of being able to do small flame throwing, it'll only be able to fire one big shot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. Oh, I'm totally in.
Good.
Oh, yes.
All right, you've now affixed this arcane cannon to your turret, so it's got these like little arms. I'm gonna say, it's almost like that Peter Sellers movie, Dr. Strangelove. If you want to ride,
Oh.
'cause you had a little seat built in that's been crushed by the arcane cannon. If you want to ride this thing, you got to ride it like Dr. Strangelove riding the bomb.
All right.
Because of the size, but you do that. Over the next week or so, while Fizz has been laboring away, what's everybody else been doing on the ship?
I guess True hasn't really been outwardly productive. He's
Preach.
he's been, I guess, pretty aloof in terms of talking with everyone else and just like you guys see him up in the crow's nest a lot. You don't know what he's doing up there, but he's dealing with shit.
Cool.
Yeah, aside from that, I think he's okay. Like, yeah, he gets some exercise climbing up and then, you know, swashbuckling down from the crow's nest. He's having a good time, but it's kind of odd that he spent a lot of time up there.
How about EO? What's EO up to?
I think throughout this time, he's probably just been kind of, I don't know, helping out up top, like trying to subtly change the weather or assist with the course of the ship or something, and learning how to work with the sails a little bit through like magical gusts and things like that, just to get a little bit more familiar.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
All right.
I like that a lot.
I'll write it down, that is only gonna, it'll be a 12.
12?
Yeah.
You know what? With a 12, I was going to do a little bit more, but with a 12, you're able to subtly just influence the gusts and the winds. I'm going to say it's going to knock a day off of your travel to get to the island. Oh my God, as you're focusing up. Remember, it's just the 5 of you aboard, right? There's no crew. It's just kind of you working the ship.
Right.
So this is what you're doing in between. But yeah, I like that. What's Odoving doing?
I guess in between like running the ship, I guess I'm practicing with the Trident of Warning since it's still relatively new to me.
Okay. Just getting skilled, getting proficient with it. Cool, not a problem. So as the week and a half minus a day gets you there, you notice the island off the horizon. As you start to approach, you notice what looks like a figure standing on the beach. This island is fairly large, a beach extending in kind of either direction. About 100 feet in is the basically the wall of jungle that protrudes into the island, and from it a large mountain, a singular mountain, creeps up in the center of this island, surrounded by that thick jungle around the base of this mountain, and then like the beach where you're approaching. As you are sailing in, kind of giving your space so you don't run aground, you notice a figure on the beach just doing this. What would you guys like to do?
They're just waving at us, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Just waves
see that,
back.
right?
Yeah, I'm waving back.
Drew, can you see anything from the crow's nest?
I see
Is that what
you
you
waving
are?
just like you guys.
Yeah.
Can't really-
Does the character look distressed?
Give me a perception check there, True, since you're in the crow's nest.
True squints heavily, and with the 16, 24, sorry.
Yeah.
This is-
Oh, fuck.
bonus.
All right.
Yeah, 16 plus 8, so yeah.
So as you're focused in, your keen cat-like senses, you notice it's another Tabashi on the beach, just waving. They're wearing fairly ragged clothes, almost like a loincloth kind of situation. They're smiling. They don't seem in distress as they're waving. Yeah, just a spear in hand, very crude. It almost looks like a sharpened stick.
And there's nothing else nearby?
Standing next to them, or not next to them, but along the beach further back, closer to, with a 24, you notice a small gnome kind of sitting at the edge of the forest, which looks like a path leading from the beach into the jungle.
Okay.
They seem more disinterested in letting this Tabash do the greeting.
Yeah. Well, I can't really tell exactly what's going on, but you know, the guy looks all right to me from up here, anyways.
We want to go say hi. Maybe they got leads on where our friends have gone.
I'd be inclined to go visit. Yeah.
Let's go say hello to Truth's friend.
Cool. Any chance that this is another trial? True. I don't know where they take place, but the last time that we bumped into some Tabashi folk, it's quite the adventure.
Were there any? There weren't any other species at that other forest, were there? I forgot.
Yeah, there was quite a bit. If you
yeah.
recall, amongst the Tabashi, there was, I believe, genie folk or genasi,
Right.
that were mixed in there. Maybe I've said too much. Maybe you didn't notice, and I gave away something. But yeah, there were different folks there.
Okay.
All right. With that, as you guys approach, realizing you hop in the little away boat, paddle yourselves over, and as you make your D-Day landing on this beach, you see the Tabashi run up. Oh, hello. What brings you by the island?
We're looking for our friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
Newcomers. You with the newcomers that arrived here yesterday?
Possibly. I'm inclined to say yes, but until I see them,
What do they look like?
Yeah.
Well,
Good call.
there was 6 of them. 5 females, one male. There's another Tabashi like us. He seemed very very keen to talk to me. He went by the name Riki.
That does sound like our friends.
Those are the guys or gals.
He also said, oh, and as he takes a step back and he pulls his spear out. Who are you with? What side do you? What was the line? What side are you on?
How dangerous does this guy look, Eric?
You'd be fine. You're not too worried.
Yeah.
He does not pose a threat to the light.
Are they in some kind of trouble? This group?
Ricky's just playing,
I was told that folks from those types of ships are not to be trusted, and I was to ask what side you are on.
We're part of the side that took that ship from the side that you don't like. We stole that ship.
Legitimate salvage.
I'm looking for an answer, not a riddle.
We're not
I mean,
on either side, at least from my perspective.
For me, I can't speak for the others, but it'd be helpful to, there are many sides to many things. It'd be helpful to know what sides you're talking about first before I give that answer.
He lowers the spear, and actually what True said kind of catches him. Well, that's good, because I didn't want you weren't supposed to be on any side.
Yeah, I would say, me personally, I'm on the side of good, and there's good and bad on both sides of this kerfuffle out on the ocean.
Well, welcome, travelers. Welcome to the island of Rumblecusp. My name is Xander. You are free to come to the village with us if you're interested.
Yes.
I would like that.
Okay. If you follow Xander, who seems to be fairly rushed, turns his back to you. Starts proceeding to that clearing where the gnome is waiting. As the little gnome goes, did they check out? They good? They're cool. All right. I'm hoping this is fine. Was there any more people on their boat? If it's just these 5, then maybe it's not the threat that the newcomers warned us of.
Huh. What kind of threat were they talking about?
something about what was the word they used? The Dwendalians might be chasing them,
Oh.
and they would just bring destruction to our village. Anyways, all newcomers are welcome. We're not afraid, but we do take warnings seriously. Well, follow me. We'll get you to the village, and as he starts leading into the jungle, if you guys follow, takes about an hour or so. Pretty treacherous hiking. It's tough going. While the path seems initially clear, you still kind of got to do a little bit of bushwhacking just to stay on the path. But without too much effort, you guys are able to get to the village.
We loved this walk. It was great.
Yeah.
We loved every moment of it.
Along the walk, Xander kind of just chatting your ears off. This is our village chieftain. His name is Apom, and he'd be happy to speak to you when you arrive. We are the Ataz people, and we're actually getting prepared and could use some extra help if you wouldn't mind helping out. We're sort of getting ready for a pilgrimage, or at least a few of us are. And while the trek is treacherous, they could use some folks to help protect. Maybe offer anything that you might have as a good tiding for our Lord and Savior.
I don't have any objections to that. What's the pilgrimage for?
Well, it's our monthly pilgrimage where we provide offerings to our god Arcturus. They're making a trek up the mountain to deliver this month's offering. I'm trying to think of the term for it. I don't want to say sacrifice. It is a sacrifice, but this month's loot for the god.
What does your god get?
Well, sorry. I'll be frank. It's not my god, but the god of many of the village. They feel that Arcturus protects everyone on this island, and keeps the evil deity Zaratan at bay. I fear Zaratan. He is my patron. But if you wouldn't mind helping out the ones heading up the mountain, they could certainly use it.
What's did we ever catch this guy's name?
My name's Xander.
Xander?
I mean, I don't know. I personally wouldn't mind just helping someone out, you know, instead of getting.
And sorry, so this guy's name's Xander, and his deity is Zeradan.
Zaratan.
Oh, okay. And so he's not about Taurus. He's a Zaratan boy.
Correct. The gnome looked up to you. It's like, yeah, if you don't mind, I'm part of the pilgrimage up. I'm gonna go. If you want to come with me, that'd be fantastic. Xander's probably gonna stay back in town.
Does pilgrimage spot the same direction where our compatriots were also traveling?
Don't know. They were in town. They were in town when they left to conceive.
Well, okay. What's normally so dangerous about this pilgrimage, if you don't mind me asking?
The jungle themselves are teeming with threats, dangers, creatures and beasts. Often our pilgrimage, we have to be very careful. Sometimes people get hurt. We do our best to keep everybody safe, but it's getting harder and harder as the threats seem to be more and more common. The climb itself isn't easy. It's a steep climb. We're agile climbers ourselves, but one wrong step and it's a pretty big tumble in some spots. And then at the summit, just making sure we can get to the delivery spot, because it's fairly let's see, easy to slip at the summit, and you don't want to do that.
All right, fair enough. Well, and Fizz kind of looks to the other companions. It's like, I personally feel fine helping out. What do you all think?
Yeah, I see no reason. No red flags here.
I don't have any concerns. I think it could be helpful to be able to check into the village just to ask about the group, just in case the directions do line up. Just because if we've gained a day, that's great, but we don't know.
We will pick up as you guys are entering into the village. You see a bustling little community, maybe 20 folks. Looks like there's a lot of preparations underway. This village is mostly mud shacks, trees repurposed into supporting leafy green roofs. It's very, very rudimentary. Much like everybody in this village, clothes are pretty scant, much like Xander and the little gnome who on the way back introduced you. You can call me Andy. Name's Andy. You guys. And yeah, I'm heading up the mountain with Alibi and Addison. So if you wanna tag along with us, that'd be great.
All right, Andy, Albie, and Addison.
So you guys get to the village, see this light. You see the chieftain kind of directing traffic. You can easily spot him. What you also notice is a particular individual kind of collecting flowers, collecting material, just kind of pocketed in, bringing it up. A satyr, if you will, that you've met before, as you see Naxa kind of skittering around the village, helping out with activity.
Naxa, any memories, fellas?
I think that's Lachelle's character. She's a satyr bard.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Oh, we wanna go say hi? Do it.
As you approach the satyr, what do you guys say?
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Oh, I heard you were in the area, so wanted to drop by and say hi.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
We thought you guys needed help.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, help would be useful. So you guys were on the ship?
Yes.
We definitely thought it was
Just now, yeah.
We definitely thought it was the Dwindles. So, oh shit, I was supposed to hide so no one saw me. My bad. Yeah, the rest of the group offered to help the pilgrimage to Zaratan. They left about 2-3 hours ago. The plan was they were going to help out with that pilgrimage. It was going to take a few days, and then they'd be coming back to the village just in time for the party.
Wait, isn't that who we're supposed to be helping on the pilgrimage? Or a different group?
They're trying to get everyone to help. Whoever.
They're heading off to, what do they call them? Zaratan? They're gonna go deliver stuff to Zaratan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they.
Oh wait,
What's going on, Chu?
it's the opposite, right?
Yeah.
So they're helping Zaratan, and we're being asked to help Arcturus.
Correct. Now, the people that the other group are helping, did their names all start with X? Because everyone we've met, their names start with A, and they seem to be following
Arcturus?
Arcturus, aside from Xander, and he's.
Well,
seems to be-
Xander. So it's a Z. Zeds.
Oh God.
They're all Zeds. There's Zelik, Zool, and Zoe went off to help Zaratan.
Yeah. Okay.
Andy, Alvi, and Addison are heading up to help Arcturus.
I was like, what's wrong with them down? I was like, oh my God, they all start with A except for this guy. Okay.
Also, this sounds like StarCraft. Arcturus mates. It's the first thing I thought about. And then when you said Zaratan, I thought of Zeratul.
Oh gosh. It's inspired by. Nothing wrong with that.
I think Arcturus Mink's son is named Xavier.
All I know is that they were bringing an offering to appease the god beneath the mountain, which is Zaratan, and then there's another pilgrimage getting set up to go appease the god above the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if it's like a yin yang situation where they both have to be appeased.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So that saved me about half an hour of dialogue. We're good.
All right.
All
So
right.
it's not.
All right, let's go help the sky god, I guess.
Yeah.
The Naxa informs you the god above the mountain has come to protect the denizens and demand sacrifice through the provision of food and magical items, offerings. In exchange, he protects from the inevitable coming of Zaratan. The group has gone to provide a pilgrimage to Zaratan to provide it was gems and metals to keep the god under the mountain sated, so that he doesn't blow up and attack the island. So the dichotomy and what each pilgrimage is intended to do.
Got it.
For such a small little island, it's a kind of complicated system you guys got going on here. How often do you have to do these pilgrimages?
About once a month. Unfortunately, our stores are running fairly thin.
Yeah.
We are very hopeful that any offerings you could provide us would be quite useful to keep our Lord appeased.
I've got this magic cloak I don't care for.
Yes, sure. I'll take it.
Cool. Yeah, because I've already got 3 things attuned.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if that needs attunement, I definitely can't. I'm all tuned out.
Okay.
Well, I might toss something into the pile when we get closer. Let me think about it on the way, though.
I put the cloak on the pile.
Okay. Yep. You see where Addison is putting together components as you take your cloak and just throw it on, and she looks up, just a human woman, looks up. Oh, thank you so much. This will go a long way. I don't know how else I could show my appreciation, but we're running low, and anything's helpful. New visitors, Apom, and she looks over to the chieftain, and he's like, yes, they didn't say hi, but I guess they're, and looking across. Xander kind of does the introductions, and the chief's like, "Hey, cool." Looking at you guys. Cool. So yeah, you're kind of warming up to them folks. The trip up the mountain does take a few days, but with your help and hopefully looking at you protection, that shouldn't be too hard to do and get back. And Nax is looking at you. It's like, that's pretty good. They're supposed to be, the other group's supposed to be back in 3 or 4 days as well. So that'd work out quite well.
That's
Very
great.
convenient.
I'm in.
All right. Didn't think it was going to take.
When do we get started?
Well, we were just about to leave without you guys, but since you're here, you're ready to go.
So do you just want us to like help carry a bunch of stuff up the mountain? That's
Is there like a cart that's bringing up the stuff?
It's backpacks. They've got everything loaded into basically just haversacks that they're throwing over their shoulders. If any of you have done portaging, it'd be much like that. Where they're they got the big bags strapped to their back. They want to do it in one trip, so they've all got things like overloaded.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Normally I'd get the turret to help, but and he kind of gestures to it, and you can see it's like all the intricate like details that he put are just flattened by this gigantic cannon.
Love it.
A bit overloaded.
It looks great.
Okay. All right. So with that, unless there's anything you want to do in the village before you go, talk to anybody, or to Naxa, who's kind of curious of you guys going up the mountain.
Is there any like spectacular soup in this village, Eric?
Roll me. You know what? Roll me a nature check. No, perception.
14.
You smell a pot brewing. Not the best smell soup. Like, it's good, but it's not like, holy shit, that's amazing. I need to go check that out. But you can smell a pot going.
All right, I'm ready to go. If there's no instant level up soup, let's mosey up that mountain.
there's something about these jungle soups that
It levels from soups or levels from killing. So let's mosey up the mountain.
Just before we do, if there is anywhere we could maybe pick up a few like health potions or something, I wouldn't mind picking up a few to have the road.
Well, as you can see, we are a humble village. There isn't much by the way of magic in this village. Just so you know that Arcturus forbids the use of magic. I can see that you're all adorned quite spectacularly. He cautions that the use of magic leads to angering Zaratan. So we'd appreciate it if you kept the magic on the DL. And any magical potions, we have long since given those over to Arcturus. Because we've been here for quite some time.
Fizz pulls the rifle off his back and says, "Well, what about this thing? You think your god will have a problem with this?"
That seems suitable.
What about this? And I cast my shadow. Does that offend you?
Apom, the chieftain, runs over and it's like, "Please," and he starts like trying to pat it out like it's a fire, and he's just
gone.
like,
He's gone.
please don't do that. I don't need another show of magic. The other group was very flagrant with it. Naxa's just like, yeah, I kind of was just blasted off spells left, right, and center.
Oh god. Why?
Nothing's happened yet, but we don't want to press our luck.
Okay, no magic. Got it.
Yes,
All right,
if needs be, limited magic use might be okay, but be careful. He's everywhere.
Interesting.
I'll do my best to keep these wild cards in line.
Yeah, you've got
No
a totally
promises,
different
though.
magic system, True.
Yeah, True's on the belief that his is not magic. He's just not going to talk about it, but he's just like, yeah, what I do is not magic, so that's fine.
Yeah, you're just harnessing your own spiritual energy.
Channeling chi, man, it's not magic.
Alrighty.
Gil's got his hands in his pits and he's way too nervous to like rub his fingers the wrong way.
Love it. Nax is like, don't worry, they won't use magic, and she looks over to you and just winks.
Classic Naxa.
Is there anything I can like do to help? Like I'm just working on party, but
And I don't know, can Naxa, she's a bard, could she give us all inspiration right now?
I haven't really used that before, so I can give it a shot. And yeah, she goes into a bit of a dance as she starts hopping around, almost like putting on a bit of a show. You hear music playing. You don't know where. You don't see any instruments, but somehow it illuminates as she puts on a bit of a performance, and you all feel bardically inspired.
Oh, wicked.
So once and use it before lunch. You can add 1d8 to any of your rolls that require a d20. So any d20 roll, you can add
D8?
a d8 to it.
Damn.
Excellent. And that's before lunchtime today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, what time is it now? Like 11:30?
It's like 11:30.
Oh god.
So there you go.
I should have asked for that before I smelled for the wicked soup.
Anyways, the traveler was asking, by the way, if you guys are going to be up on the mountain, do you mind putting together a bit of an effigy? No, that's not the word. Just a pile of stones. He asked for a pile of stones up top.
Who? The traveler?
Yeah, the traveler.
Oh,
I don't have my notes. I don't remember everything. I'm sorry.
I think the traveler is Lachelle or Naxa's god.
Yeah, but was he also?
And the traveler
list?
is on the list of people we need to kill or deal with.
You're saying this is out of character, I'm assuming.
I am saying this to the group as a human being. Yeah, I think the traveler is one of the three.
Well,
that
is it?
Oh wait, that's
is
what
it
we
Arcturus
were
the
talking
traveler?
to.
Sorry, what?
It's not like Arcturus the traveler, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's there's Oban, Artem, and Vecna.
No,
I think it's
Artigan. He likes to be called Artigan.
Artigan, right?
Not Artem.
I think I think Artigan is also somewhat connected to me.
He's gonna be the man of honor at the party in it's about 4 days now. So if you guys can do this thing and get back in time, you can be here for his big shindig.
Yeah, we'll set up an effigy. Don't worry about it.
Is that honest or is that deception?
True hasn't decided yet. He just wants to. We're going to just say deception.
Cool.
He doesn't really intend to do it. He might change his mind, but no, he does not intend to do so at the time.
All right. Well, you're going to deceive.
Do I have to do a
Yeah,
roll?
give me a deception check. Let's just do this. Let's see what
Yeah, 17. Woo! He kept it short and sweet to the point.
All right, let's see if Naxa can pick up on it with it. Okay, sounds good. Totally buys it. All right. So with that, you got your bardic inspiration, and unless there's anything else, you guys are free to get going.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. As you join up with the three, the little gnome, Andy. Hey guys, ready to go? And
Yeah.
the human woman, Addison, and the where is it? The tiefling. Sorry, the tiefling Alibi. Is it Alibi? Alibi. Sorry, Alibi. As they all kind of push into the jungle, heading up towards the mountain. As they start to push in, let's take. Oh no, let's go a little bit further. As you guys are heading in, who is going to be the leader from the group? I need someone to give me a survival check.
I'm very familiar with jungles and whatnot, so I'd probably, push forward.
Okay. All right.
That survival check, you say?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, let's. All right, 17.
17.
Yep.
The first.
Gotta love those bonuses.
First couple hours, cutting through. You're doing the bushwhacking, showing where to watch some of the plants that would be noxious to rub up against. You point out those as you work your way through. Getting closer to high noon, as I need you guys all. Nothing seems to interrupt your travel or impede your travel. I need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Why?
Because we're getting close to lunch.
19.
Can I use my inspiration
Yes, you can.
to help with this? Okay.
Can? All right. Yeah, I'll also add a D8 to that. Just why not?
Okay.
12 plus 3, 15.
11.
11. 15. And then Odoving, you had a pretty high roll, I believe.
19.
Yeah. So Fizz.
Yep.
Nothing too severe. Just your mind's a little foggy. Like, takes you like a half second longer to think of a word.
Always does.
Like, it's not, if you don't want, if it's triggering, but like, it's just that like, it's harder to think of a word. Or like a person's name or everything's fine. It gets there, but just kind of slower thought. Okay, continuing on. If True's going to lead the exploration through the jungle portion, I need you to give me a survival check for the afternoon travel.
I can do that. Oh, 22.
22.
This is my jam.
Right. Well, with a 22, as you're proceeding through, you notice what seems to be, as you're working a couple more hours in, you come up upon a patch of wood and you stop, and you kind of hear the movement of trees rustling, and you instinctively know that those are not trees that are rustling. You can almost see that they're moving very slowly, very deliberately through the woods. You can kind of peer out. There seems to be about 4 or 5 that seem to be moving off in a direction away from you. What do you
So
think?
like moving trees, so essentially tree ants type stuff.
Yeah, they're not as big as tree ants, I don't think. No, they'd be about roughly your height. Like they're 5 or 6 feet of like tree folk.
Tree folk.
I'm walking through. They seem to be heavily armed. shields in arms and clubs in the other.
Oh, okay.
And all this, as you can see, because you're focused in with that great nature roll, you can see that the shields are made of woody debris cobbled together, and the clubs are almost extensions of their arms, which is also woody matter, as they're just kind of. And they turn pace, and it's almost like they're patrolling. What would you like to do as a group?
Yeah. Well, you guys see what I see, right? Those, I guess, tree folk or whatever they are down there.
They don't seem to be bothering us right now.
I don't think they know we're here right now. Like, does it seem like they've noticed us? Like, I think we stopped at the tree line where.
I think you're fine because you had a high enough check to see them before they noticed you.
And would True know anything about these tree folk or anything about, like, all right. What about our friends that are with us? Do they know of these creatures? And
they are guardians of Zeratan. They'll attack us if they catch wind of us. We need to be careful, and where there's few, there's many. I don't know what to do, but if they see us and send word, then we're really boned.
Okay.
What if they're not able to send word?
Then
Gotta be quiet. Our group's specialty.
Then we're probably safe.
Which means we're just gonna murder them all. That's how we stay quiet. No one hears us because they're all dead.
They could simply mind their own business.
Let's at least try and be quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, we got the cloaks and whatnot, so we could use them to make us harder to see.
And if we stay in the shadows of the forest, like, so is there a way? So it seems like there's a little bit of clearing right now, right?
No, you're in thick jungle. They're moving through. It's difficult terrain. You've been bushwhacking. They seem to be moving through the jungle without impediment. You guys are not, like, True is probably the best suited for it, but you're only as quick as your slowest member, which means you're not moving terribly fast as you're making your way through the jungle. And you got this big fucking cannon dragging.
Also, me and Fizz, aren't we in armor? Don't we have a disadvantage on stealth checks anyways?
It's likely. Sounds about right.
What's your plan?
Fizz? Oh,
no, go ahead. Like, I'm all for going the stealth route. It's up to you guys. Like, if you guys want to try it, let's do it. We can't just toss on these cloaks though. Like, they would be helpful for this, but they're not gonna. We can't attune in time. So, like, unless you guys have already attuned to your cloaks, like, they're kind of.
I'm attuned out. I'm already all filled up.
Yeah,
No, I haven't done that either.
Yeah, so we're just going to be standard stealth here.
Yeah. See what happens.
As you guys try and stealth around this group, give me a stealth roll, and I contested it with the perception that's been rolled.
Are we all doing it?
You're gonna have to.
Well, guys, keep up.
That's a 2.
God damn it. I got a 26, man.
I have disadvantage. I rolled a 10 first.
Radio.
I was about to use my flash of genius, but maybe there's no point.
I mean, okay, can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
It's a D8.
Well, we're past that. That was earlier. We're into the late afternoon. So unfortunately
that's right.
not.
That's just a 2.
You had a 15?
All right.
13.
13. Then Fizz?
Yeah.
Fizz, using a flash of genius, tries to basically, he like covers himself in the turret quickly with some dirt to try and blend in with the forest a little better.
Okay.
And he rolls a 13.
Okay. So, and then True, what did you have?
26.
26. True's like,
Oh, sorry, 15.
True's doing the whole like, okay, this way, and like leaps from like jungle tree to jungle tree, swiftly, soundless. You don't hear a single thing. Gets to the other side to where you think you'd be safe, and if you can get there, you all see where he is. If you can get there, fine. And then Odovin goes, great job, let's go. And says it in a normal,
I just start stomping in the jungle,
yeah, and
knocking over trees.
that will get their attention.
Mm.
As they all rise up. You just hear a rrr, as they start running, tree running towards you. Let's take a break there, and we'll pick up after the break with initiative. Okay, so unfortunately the video cut off, so lost the last half of that episode. But I will just try and summarize more or less for a little continuity's sake and some DM campaign notes. Remind myself before next session. But the group fought the wooden trees. As they chopped through them, the trees started to return back to being. Trying to fight them down. They eventually realized that using fire would finish them off. As they destroyed these things, it was revealed to them that the wood trees were made of steel constructs. As they investigated, EO specifically noticed that there was wires, the roots that were binding these creatures back together were wires that were embedded into the earth. Trying to figure out where they were leading to, Charge using his electrical energy into the earth to discover that that signal was being sent to the mountain. A bit of investigation and healing. They worked their way over to the mountain, took a short rest before they started to climb. As they climbed, they strapped the cannon to Odovin's back, this heavy thing, which was slowing his ascent. They got up about 120 feet onto the cliff face of this mountain with the group. Andy, Alibi, and Addison, as they're working their way up. The climb was fairly difficult as they started to hear a sound, and Odoving his trident alerted them to the presence of this steel construct, a metallic spider that was plunging both into the side of the mountain, steam billowing off of it as it approached in a low, deep voice, demanded that it gave them their quarry to bring up to Arcturus, and that they did not need to proceed any further. The group didn't like that. They strategized on ways to take this thing down. As they did, they went down to a platform so they wouldn't just be slung a perch on the side of this mountain, getting ready for combat. The last thing they heard was a whistling of a rope and a little halfling swinging through the air as Rollo was returning to the group, hopefully, weapon in hand, to join in the combat as we pick up next session in initiative as the group on mountainside fight a steel spider, Wild West style. Should be fun. Awesome.